Hi everybody, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about how to practice gratitude. The thing that I really love about gratitude is that it brings you back to the present and it stops you from ruminating over the past or worrying about the future. It grounds you in the here and now, which is the only thing you have. I have curated a list of about 7 things that I think could really help you implement gratitude into your daily life, and in turn that should improve your physical health, your psychological health, your relationships with other people in your life, and also the relationship to yourself. The first method is to try and notice new things to be grateful for every day. You don't need to spend long doing it. You can just take a minute or two to just notice something about you or around you rather that you're grateful for. It could be, I'm really grateful that I can sit in this space and I can hear birds singing. Or, I'm really grateful for this space. I didn't think I would get a space like this, but here I am. I'm so grateful because it allows me to do stuff like this. So the second one, when you Google gratitude, comes up a lot, and it talks about keeping a gratitude journal. And you can do this in a variety of ways. Some people like to literally keep a notebook that they just write in, maybe like 15 minutes a day, giving thanks for stuff. It could be a stream of consciousness like that, or you could do something a little bit more artistic. I can show you a couple of mine. One of the things that I did when I was just practicing with bullet journaling, because I wasn't really sure I was going to get into it, is I just took a notepad and I just tried out a few things, and one of the things that I did was a gratitude log or journal. I obviously didn't actually fill the page, but it was enough for me to realized that I think I could get quite a lot out of keeping a log. I now have one in my official bullet journal for this year. It's not as full because I only recently started it. I think I only started it this month maybe, and I don't write in it every day. I did more of like a radial sort of sunbeam theme, and as you can see it's really quite empty, but you know, I just thought I'd show you. Number 3 is, if a gratitude journal doesn't necessarily float your boat, maybe you're not somebody who is good at remembering to write things down, you could try a gratitude box or a gratitude jar, which is where when you think of something that you're grateful for, what you do is you put it on a piece of paper and you put it in the jar or the box, and then on New Year's Eve you get them all out and you read them. And I love this idea, and I did it one year with my family. It wasn't especially full and it was mostly me putting things in there, but I did do it nonetheless. And I really enjoyed that. It was such a nice thing to do. The only problem is that I don't know what to do with the old ones. I don't want to throw them away, so I'm keeping them for now in the same box. A little bonus tip about when you're trying to start something new or integrate a new habit into your life is you can do this thing which I learned today called mental contrasting. And it's something that I've been doing, and I didn't really know that I was doing it. It's just something that I've always done. It's like, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to write in my journal this evening. I'm too tired. We've all been there. It's easier to sit back and watch Netflix. Quite often there is a voice in my head saying, think about how good you'll feel when you've done it. And, or, how much effort would that really take to just get it done? Just putting that seed in there for you guys. The 4th one I really like, and I really want to start doing it more with my family, and I have tried it a couple of times, but remembering to do it at the dinner table is really hard. You can say it in addition to grace, if grace is something that you do in your family, or this could kind of become like your grace, where you go around the table and you share one thing that you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be something that you did that day. It could be something, just a concept that you're grateful for, like, I'm really glad you're all healthy, especially today in these times when we've got COVID-19 still going on. You know, if you're all healthy, that could be something that you're really grateful for. And I got this idea from Brene Brown, who is a shame researcher, and I thoroughly recommend all of her work. She's amazing. She said that it was really useful because it kind of gave her a window into her children's lives and sort of where they're at in their heads, and I really liked that idea. So try sitting down with your family in the evening at dinner and just saying one thing each that you're grateful for. The 5th one is be grateful during your challenges, and this one can be really tricky to practice in the moment, especially if you're going through something especially traumatic. Finding the gratitude in a challenging situation, it's probably one of the most effective ways of building mental resilience, in my opinion. I have used it frequently during difficult times. An example would be that very recently I had to go to the hospital quite unexpectedly. I was fine, nothing life-threatening, but I had to go. And I was just so grateful that I live in a country where I could go to the hospital, receive the care that I needed, and then go home and be comfortable again with no worry about hospital bills or insurance. I was able to just get the care that I needed. And I was so grateful. Think about your past challenges and try to understand how they've shaped you as a person, because without them you wouldn't be who you are today. And be grateful for that. Even though they might have been awful at the time, they have quite likely contributed to your personal growth. You can use these experiences to develop as a person, so be grateful. The sixth thing you can do is try volunteering your time. I have not personally volunteered ever, I think, which is a terrible thing to say. But John did. When he was about 16, 17, he volunteered at the homeless shelter. And it put things in so much perspective for him, because he realized how much he'd been taking for granted the things that he has, like a house to live in and clothes on his back and food to eat. And it's not to say like, oh wow, I'm so much better off than those people. It just helps you realize that you have a lot to be grateful for. When you are volunteering, you are obviously helping others, and that can make you feel good. The seventh thing is just to express thanks. It could be just a very simple good manners thank you, but said genuinely, or it could be something that maybe you think you've never thanked somebody for, so you phone them up and you tell them, or just saying in your day at some point, I'm really grateful for you. I'm so appreciative of you and all that you do for me. It could just be something so simple, and it doesn't have to be a special occasion. It could just be a Tuesday or something. Life's too short to sort of save it all up for special occasions and grand romantic gestures. So do it now while you have time. So those are my suggestions for how you can practice gratitude in your everyday life. Do you have a way of practicing gratitude? If you do, I'd love to hear about it, and you can comment below. If you didn't check out my last week's video, it was all about recovering from burnout, and I highly suggest that you subscribe and you click the bell, because I'm doing videos more often now. I do try and do them every week, but lockdown is really hard. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you found it useful. Give it a thumbs up if you like, and I'll be back with another video really soon. Bye guys!